Hi, this is Mike Lipkin, and let me ask you a question. Who do you think you are? What are the qualities that make you unique? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? How do other people perceive your personality? How are you benchmarking yourself against your environment? Are you growing older, wiser, stronger? These are powerful questions, right? Well, today we'll answer them through what it takes to identify as a champion. Our identity is the essential way we define ourselves to ourselves. It is the expression of who we believe we are. Our self-belief is the filter through which we process the world. And as a global coach, I am constantly amazed at the power of self-beliefs. Often, the only difference between a champion and an also-ran is their belief about their own capacity. It's not the size of the person in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the person. So we are all magnets. We become the perception that we have of ourselves. Our inner world forms our outer world. As we think, so we become. We are all the writers, directors, and producers of our own reality show. So, becoming a champion begins with identifying yourself as a champion. You cannot be what you do not believe. Champions believe 5 things about themselves. 1, I can be the best in the world. 2, I have a unique value proposition that I can express clearly to others. 3, I am passionate about my cause. 4, I can thrive under any circumstances. And 5, my best days are always ahead of me. So let's review each belief. 1, I can be the best in the world. You know, in sports, there are certain competitions that require an athlete to meet a qualifying standard in order to participate. That means they have to hit the mark or surpass it in order to compete. For most elite competitions like the Olympics and the Athletic World Championships, the world governing body publishes standards in advance of the competitions. Only 2 to 3 athletes per country can be selected for each event. If you are selected to compete at the event, you know you are literally amongst the best in the world. You have qualified to perform at the highest level against the best of the best. Well, life is like an elite competition. Before you can compete, you have to qualify for it. Only then can you actually win. So my question to you is, have you met or surpassed the qualifying standard? How do you know? What is it? When you say, I can be the best in the world, it's not a boast. It is a declaration. It is a personal line in the sand that propels you forward. I know I can be the best in the world at motivational speaking and personal coaching if I deliver 100 programs a year and I achieve an average rating of 9 out of 10 or higher. That's what I chase. How about you? It may not always be possible to make a living at what you can be the best in the world at. You may be an Olympic caliber curler who manages a store, or you might be a hilarious stand-up comedian who sells life insurance. That's okay. In pursuing best in the world status in one part of your life, you enhance every other. So in my case, by aspiring to be the best motivational speaker in the world, I become a world-class spouse, friend, and colleague. Excellence cascades all around us. So here's the second belief. I have a unique value proposition that I can express clearly to others. No matter what business you are in the same business as me. Meaningful differentiation. That means setting yourself apart from the pack in a way that makes you special to the people to whom you want to appeal. It's creating an aura of desire that draws others towards you. A unique value proposition is your distinctive promise that makes you irresistible to others. It's the pull that compels them to prefer you over anyone else. It's how you can solve a customer's problem or find them opportunities in a way that is superior to the competition. It is a demonstrably superior contribution to their success. Sometimes your unique value proposition may not be related to the product or the service itself. It may be related to how you deliver it, how you make it easier, or how you make it safer. It all depends on your colleague or your customer's point of view about what is most important. Your unique value proposition is a kind of magic that transforms the quality of others' lives. It enables them to do what otherwise would have been impossible. So my unique value proposition is, I give people the proprietary insights to play at their best so they become champions. That's it. That's my mission. That's what I live for. That's my commitment to you. I am the championator. Yep, I'm even creating my own vocabulary. Hey, if Arnold can do it, so can I, and so can you. Think about the brands and the people that you choose every day over the hundreds of options that are available to you. What are their special qualities that have made them indispensable to you? And what are your special qualities that make you indispensable to others? In a sentence or less, how would you express your unique value proposition? Have some fun, make some noise. Okay, let's look at the third belief. I am passionate about my cause. When you are passionate about your cause, you are building a movement, not just building a business. You're engaged in an activity that excites you into action that you otherwise would never have taken. Passion for your cause is passion that is inexhaustible. If you have enough commitment to something, there is no barrier that you will not break through. Passion is the secret sauce of people who win against all odds. And here's one. At the age of 76, Ralph Lauren still personally directs his brand's new fashion offering every year. Here is how he describes his passion for the cause. Quote, "Fashion is about change. It's about youth. It's about aspiration. It's about what's going on in the world. It is the blend of all things that are happening, coming from many different directions. This is not a job. This is a joy. This is what I breathe. It's what I live. And I think if I cut that part off, I would be cutting part of my own soul." End quote. And in 2013, on her fifth attempt and at the age of 64, Diana Nyad became the first person to swim from Cuba to Florida without the aid of a shark cage, swimming from Havana to Key West, which is 110 miles in 53 hours. Her actions demonstrated her commitment to personal growth irrespective of age. She said, and I quote, "I am willing to put myself through anything. Temporary pain or discomfort means nothing to me as long as I can see that the experience will take me to a new level. I am interested in the unknown, and the only path to the unknown is through breaking barriers, an often painful process." End quote. So my passion is getting people to believe in their capacity to be the best in the world and to overcome their innate self-doubt. That's my reason for making this video. What's your passion? So let's discuss the fourth belief. I can thrive under any circumstances. Champions have a core value that endows them with a sense of personal potency. It's called adaptive navigation. That is the conviction that they can adapt to any situation and navigate their way through it. They find a way or they make a way, especially when others say there is no way. Now, another word for champion is denizen. Say it aloud, denizen. It is as decisive as it sounds. A denizen is someone who feels at home anywhere in the world. Wherever they find themselves, that's where they belong. They radiate a sense of ease and well-being. They take control of their environment by going with the flow. A denizen's chief asset is her ingenuity. She is cleverly inventive and original. Everything around her becomes a tool to enhance her odds and achieve her goals. Along the way, she enables others to stretch because people are her chief resource. Denizens don't bank on things getting easier, they bank on themselves getting better. So whatever happens in China, Greece, Canada, the US, or anywhere else in the world, it just feeds a denizen's appetite for winning. So finally, let's discuss the fifth belief. My best days are always ahead of me. The future begins here and it begins now. No matter how old you are, your best days are always ahead of you by virtue of the fact that they are ahead of you. Yesterdays are history. Tomorrows are imaginary. Today is our stage, our laboratory, our studio, our factory, and our playground, all rolled into one. Our current level of happiness is a direct function of what we expect will happen next. We create our future by what we do today, but what we do today is influenced by our expectations of tomorrow. I can only say these words because I expect them to be watched. I expect to share them through videos and seminars around the world. I expect them to help others become champions. I expect it all, and that's why I'm giving it my all. It's easy to believe that your best days are ahead of you at the beginning of your career. It takes a conscious will to believe it as you mature along the way. Did you know that half the entire workforce is over the age of 45? But however old you are right now, it is the right time to take action on your dream. Nelson Mandela was 69 when he became the first democratically elected president of South Africa. Ronald Reagan was the same age when he became the oldest newly elected president in American history. Harlan Sanders was 66 when he started Kentucky Fried Chicken. Ray Kroc was 54 when he started McDonald's. The great actress Dame Helen Mirren is peaking in her late 60s, and at the age of 71, Keith Richards has just produced his first album in 23 years. And at the age of 97, Herman Wouk has just published his 25th book, The Lawgiver. So what would you do today if you knew for certain that your best days are always ahead of you? How much more excitement would you feel? How much more happiness would you spread around you? Well, start now. Begin small, make it big. This is Mike Lipkin, and I hope I've inspired you to take on the identity of a champion.